Hi, my name is Benedict Browne. I'm a men's fashion stylist, journalist and consultant. I've been interested in fashion and clothing since I was about 13, when I was fascinated with how certain articles of clothing can make you feel. I believe that men are their optimal best when they're confident, and the only way to achieve that for me is through clothing. It's a vehicle for self-expression, tells the world who you are without you having to open your mouth, and it can allow you to be whoever you want to be. I partnered with Suit Direct today and produced a handful of looks to cover all the bases, from date nights to occasion wear to everyday workwear. So here we've got Jack in what I like to think is a quartet of classic wardrobe staples. Got the navy overcoat, the green cardigan, the blue Oxford button down, and a pair of stone chinos. And they all come together in what I like to think of as a modern workwear look. But perhaps the most interesting point is that the cardigan can actually act as a blazer. The world's got a lot more casual these days, and cardigans are knitwear in general has generally got a lot more smarter. So now the world's got a lot more casual, cardigans have stepped up a little bit. So you can wear a cardigan in place of a blazer and it just works. It's sleek, but make sure it's a well-fitting one. Anything too big will just look scruffy. Chinos can never go wrong. And then finished off with a pair of white sneakers, in this case, a pair of basketball sneakers. Just brings a contemporary feel to it, and which can take you anywhere. So here we've got Connell in a look that is modern workwear to a T, in my opinion. We've got the corduroy for the shirt, which is a really hard-wearing, durable cloth. So it really hits that heritage point. Meanwhile, the grandad collar shirt was a style of shirt that labourers wore back in the day, in fact, because it doesn't have a collar, so it couldn't catch onto anything and cause them any danger. But it comes together in quite a contemporary way and feels really office appropriate, particularly because the navy is quite a corporate tone anyway. Finished off with a classic navy pair of chinos, and finally the sneakers just bring that comfortable contemporary edge to it. So keeping with the theme of modernised workwear, we've got Jack here bringing elements of sportswear or athleisure wear into his everyday get-up. We've got a bomber jacket cut with a raglan shoulder, which means that the sleeve is actually attached to the collar, which gives it a much more relaxed and comfortable silhouette. The fabric itself is soft, it's bouncy, it's got stretch to it, and but you lose it and reveal the knitted polo shirt, and it's a completely different look. It's certainly smart enough for the office, thanks to the thinness of the shirt. Downstairs, slim cut, dark denim jeans. You don't want anything straight fitting, it loses its smartness. Then finally finished off with a black penny loafer with a white sock. Now, it doesn't look like they should be together, but so many tribes and subcultures have embraced them back in the day. You've got Ivy League kids, mods, rockers, skinheads, through to hip hop pioneers in the 90s. It's been done for decades and it still works. So modernized workwear is a bit of a large concept. It can mean many, many things. And whilst this combination might not go together, there are lots of elements of it which actually make it work. Firstly, the overshirt. It's got this really rich handle to it, and also depth coming from the herringbone weave. So that makes it a little bit smart, but to top it off, you've got this roll neck, which is a deep, deep burgundy. It brings a lot of warmth to it, which is key for this season, right? But it also makes it quite chic and elegant. But downstairs, you've got trousers from a suit. I mean, people should look at suits in multiple ways and break them up and take them apart. And so as a result, he's getting a lot more use out of it. And due to the sharpness of the lines that comes down, it really elevates this look. And they can really add a new dimension to your wardrobe and how you approach modernized workwear. Finally, a brown penny loafer. You can never go wrong with it. And it just brings it all together. So given the very dynamic lifestyles we're all now leading, it's worth having clothing that's pretty versatile and that can take you from A to B, do work and play in equal measure. And here, this is what Jack's doing. The jacket is your classic Harrington. It's inherently British, it's a staple, and everyone should have one. And whilst it can do casual very, very well, you can easily wear it into an office, particularly when it's in navy. The knitwear adds a little bit of sophistication, a little bit of chicness to it, so it raises the bar a little bit in terms of its formality. Meanwhile, beneath that is your classic Oxford cloth button-down shirt. Again, it's just a staple, everyone should have one. And now that formalities in terms of the workplace are changing, this shirt is just your ticket. Downstairs, wash pair of denim jeans, cut slim, a little bit more slender, a bit more elegant, and finish off with a black penny loafer, which is just the most versatile shoe you could possibly own. This is a look that can take you into the office and then out afterwards. Here we've got Jack in one of his date night looks. This is something I could see him wearing in between going to an art exhibition and on his way to the theatre. It's casual, but at the same time it feels a little bit dressy. For me, the key to it is using knitwear as an accessory. He's got that extra layer if he needs it, but loosely tying it around the neck makes it a little bit more considered, a little bit more detailed. Once you lose the knit, you've got this great beaten up old Western shirt. It shouldn't really go with a jacket, but that kind of high-low really works here. And of course, it's double denim. And to avoid it being like a huge faux pas, you've got to make sure that they're contrasting, otherwise you just look like a cowboy. Finish off with a brown pair of penny loafers with a matching belt. It's smart, casual, and it's elegant. So here we've got Connor on another date night look for this season, and he's rocking a classic navy blazer. It's a wardrobe staple. It's so incredibly versatile. Every man should have one. Because it's so versatile, it obviously means that it can be worn in many ways. But for me, a lot more interesting when you're dressing up with a bit of sportswear, hence this knitted polo shirt, which he's got beneath. It's obviously very dark on the front, but once you pull it back, there are all these lovely stripes that come through. It makes it a little bit more sporty, a little bit more exciting. Anchoring with a pair of dark denim jeans and a pair of black penny loafers, it just works. It comes together nicely. It's kind of got a bit of edge to it, a bit of attitude, perfect for a date night. So here we've got Jack in another date night look. It's something that I could probably see him wearing in some dimly lit bar, looking all mysterious in the corner. Super elegant, very cool and laid back. It's all monochrome, which is very flattering, makes you also look a little bit slimmer. So he's got a nice tweed blazer with some beautiful texture to it, really subtle, but nice slubby handle, with a V-neck jumper and a white shirt kind of opening up and framing his face. Finished with a slim cut pair of grey jeans and Chelsea boots. Kind of got a little bit of attitude, a little bit of punk, something there. And so it's not too conservative, but it's still got something going on. So here we've got Connor on another date night look, sporting a double-breasted jacket with obviously a matching trouser. In my opinion, the double-breasted jacket kind of reigns supreme. It's a lot more dramatic and it makes much more of a bigger statement too. The key to it though is dressing it down. Forget the shirt and tie, wear it with a knitted polo shirt. It's a lot more casual. But here though, the jacket has a lovely texture to it, which kind of really brings it out, especially matching up with the polo shirt too. But overall, this is confident tailoring for date night and it looks great. So here we've got Jack in another date night look suited to the day. I can really see him jumping in the car with the dog, heading to the country, and nestling into a corner of a pub wearing this. It's a sports jacket, obviously, but whilst they've got kind of old stuffy connotations, when you wear them in kind of new modern ways, they look great. So yeah, he's got a thin roll neck, which really works and sits and frames his face, with a wash pair of denim jeans and a pair of loafers. It's classic, and you can't go wrong with it. So here we've got Connor on another date night look. This is something that I can easily see him walking through a Christmas market with a glass of mulled wine in his hand. We've got a lot of texture here, a lot of warmth, which is exactly what he'll need. Particularly the scarf here, which has a beautiful soft handle to it. Once it's done up in that way, it seems very sophisticated, but you just simply undo it and let it hang and it feels a lot more casual as a result. The knit is super lightweight, with also a little bit of texture, which kind of gives it a bit more of a smarter appearance. And the trousers are full cut. There's a lot of room in there. And meanwhile, the Chelsea boots just add that little bit of edge to it. But yeah, this is a Christmas market look. So occasion wear, black tie parties, all those sorts of events, that is when you can really push the boat out in terms of what you're wearing. And here Connor is testament to that. It's a red velvet dinner jacket, it's punchy, it's striking, but wear it in a very classic and traditional way, it's okay. So hence here, he's gone for the classic bib shirt with a neatly tied bow tie. Classic black trousers, pressed to perfection, and with a patent shoe. Black tie should always be worn with patent shoes, so it's worth investing in a pair. But less is always more when wearing black tie. Forget the pocket square or the boutonniere or any of that stuff, and maybe just add a tiny little bit of jewelry. It just kind of really brings it together and makes it that little bit more glamorous. The festive season can at times be pretty chaotic. And sometimes you won't have your black tie readily available. The dry cleaner might have it and it's closed early, and so you've got to go to option B, which isn't a problem because sometimes you can dress up your business suits and make them a lot more chic and glamorous. Case in point here, this kind of racing green. The fabric kind of has this beautiful kind of shiny sheen to it, which makes it feel like quite luxurious and therefore appropriate for an evening event such as a black tie party. Thanks to the roll neck, makes it all together a lot more chic too. I think when in doubt, lose the tie and the shirt and just opt for a roll neck. It just frames your face and makes you look confident and cool. On the feet, we've got a pair of horse-bit loafers, and thanks to the hardware, which is matched with a little pinky ring, just adds that little bit of kind of glamour and sophistication, and also maybe a little bit of attitude too. So occasion wear can mean many things. Normally it means black tie, but it doesn't always have to. And if you're invited to a black tie party, sometimes it's actually more fun to break the rules and kind of go a little bit rogue. And this is one way to do it. A light grey solid suit, one with a black roll neck. It's really sharp, it's confident, and he's making a stylish but understated statement. Fits him well, loves nice through the body, and then finished off with a black pair of penny loafers with a little bit of shine. Makes him move through this party in a cool fashion.